found something in the Goblin tunnels.
Found what? What did you find?
My carriage.
J.R.R. Tolkien's classic novel continues its silver screen treatment this weekend with The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. Yes, that's right, Smaug, not Smog. It is the second of 3 planned movies for The Hobbit. Your movie friend Aaron Dicer with us this morning. Thanks for braving the cold weather out there.
Hey, no problem. I'm a Michigan boy. I was born and raised in
being here on
Michigan, so
time.
I know how to drive in the snow.
All right,
it's
very nice.
not a big
you can
deal.
teach me a thing or two.
right,
Okay,
let's
so
set that
movie
up.
review here. Where
Yeah.
does this one pick up? It's the second movie, so...
We pick right up with our gang of dwarves, and of course, Martin Freeman playing Bilbo Baggins as the Hobbit, and Gandalf as they continue their quest to get to the underground lair of the dwarves and claim it back from the dragon.
All right,
so that's where we're at.
Okay. Fan favorite Dragon Smaug is central to the movie. He was
Yeah.
voiced and motion captured by actor Benedict Cumberbatch. How was that?
That was great. Oh my goodness, the dragon is so amazing on screen. They did great work with the visual effects. Benedict Cumberbatch gives an amazing performance here. The voice is great. And I love in these movies how they use the actor to influence the motions of these computer-generated characters. They did that with Smeagol and Gollum, you know, with Andy Serkis, and they do that here with the dragon as well. And it really gives this emotion and real acting performance to these CG characters.
Right.
So it's really, really good. The dragon came out really, really well, as did most of this movie. This is a really fun, entertaining, great movie. There's a lot of good stuff here.
I did love the Hobbit book, which I
Yes.
read in, like, I don't know, 8th grade or something.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the first film was criticized for being too bloated, turning a
Yes.
small book into 3-hour movie.
That's the main thing. In fact, 3 3-hour movies. You know, when you have Lord of the Rings, you've got 3 long books, you turn them into 3 long movies. You have
Right.
The Hobbit, it's a small book, and you turn it into 3 long movies. It just he adds a lot of different plot points that aren't in the book, stretches it out, and I think you can definitely feel that. I think that's a really rough part about these movies is I think he made a poor decision in stretching them out the way he has. I think he should have just shot the book. It was simple, it was short, he could have had a lot of fun with it in maybe even 1 movie, but certainly 2. He certainly didn't need 3 movies, and I think you can feel it here. Kind of feels a little, the pace feels a little wrong at times.
Yeah, but you did like it.
Overall, yes, I did like it. Besides, you know, the fact that it's kind of interesting because I love every second I get to spend in Middle Earth, but I guess there is so much of, you know, there is something to too much of a good thing.
Right.
You know, it just at time it just feels like there's too much.
Okay. So this was shot actually at 48 frames per
Yes.
second. And just FYI, normally it's 30 frames per second.
At 24, I think technically at the movies they go.
At 24 at movies?
Movies are
Okay.
usually 24 frames per second with
Because
film.
in journalism school, it's 30 frames per
yes,
second.
yes. I don't want to get too
But,
technical here.
yeah.
The point being there's more visual information
Lots of
every
frames.
second. And
Yeah.
so what that adds is clarity and crispness and brightness. It looks amazing. Now, I should say, you don't have to see it this way. You can see it this way. It's called HFR. It is showing at Warenberg in HFR.
Okay.
It's also showing in IMAX and on regular screens. So there are 3 ways you can see this. If you go to HFR, be ready. Visually, it is going to be stunning. But there's something called the soap opera effect that a lot of people talk about where it looks too crisp and too clear, and your brain's not used to it. Now, for me, I got used to it in about 15 minutes and loved it.
Okay.
For some, it's just distracting the whole movie long.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so really quickly here, because I'm getting the wrap.
Okay.
Best thing, worst thing, final grade?
Yeah, absolutely. Best thing about this is it's a barrel of fun. And when I say that, I both mean it's really fun. Also, the scene with the barrels is one of the most incredible action scenes I've ever seen on film. That barrel escape is worth the price of admission alone. The worst thing, I would say the stretch marks. It is just too long, and you can really feel that. As far as overall grade, I think that brought it down to about a B+ for me.
Okay, B+. And we're going to talk to you about Critics' Choice. Drew, have time for that? Yes, no, maybe so? No, darn it. Okay, we'll get you there next weekend about
All right.
Critics' Choice. Okay,
Yeah, we'll talk about
thanks,
it.
Aaron Dicer. We'll be right back.